Can you, for our audience members, give them an instance which makes it very clear? Like, what would sound like unimaginable for us that the Chief Minister doesn't know about security, which happens with you all the time? Give us an instance.
Well, I read about the Delhi blasts in the newspaper.
What do you mean?
I do not know who carried out those attacks, what was the reason behind them, what was the intelligence that was available to us, how the investigation is proceeding. I learned of the Delhi blast the way you learned of the Delhi blast. I picked up my phone because I got a tweet telling me that the blast in Delhi had taken place.
So you're telling me that in your first term as Chief Minister, what would have and should happen according to you is?
What would have happened is the Director General of Police would have called me up and told me that this is what has happened. In fact, even before that, the Director General of Police and the in charge of the J&K Police CID cell would have kept me informed of the way in which the investigation was proceeding. What happened in Delhi wasn't sort of the beginning of a process. It was actually in some ways the culmination of one. It started as a result of an investigation into posters, separatist posters, that were being planted or pasted in some parts of Srinagar. That's how they tracked down the doctor and others. And, you know, it's actually strange how these things happen. Since I'm not privy to security-related information, what I hear is sort of word of mouth. I have no hesitation in sharing it. We actually learnt of this plot because a young boy jilted a young girl. They were seeing each other, and the boy left the girl. And the girl obviously felt unhappy, upset. So she went to the police and complained about this boy, saying, you know those posters you're talking about? This boy was the one who was pasting those posters. The girl went and told on the boy because he had left her. And when the police picked up the boy, he said, well, hang on, I'm not alone. This Maulvi, he's also part of this. So the police went to the Maulvi. When they picked up the Maulvi, then the Maulvi said, well, hang on, I'm not alone in this. This doctor is involved in this. And that's how they reached the doctor, and that's how then they were tracking this doctor when the blast in Delhi happened. But these are the sort of things that ordinarily any other chief minister would be officially hearing about. I hear this because it's sort of chatter on the streets.
So even then, when they were trying to track one after the other, even then you weren't...
Like I told you, I learnt about the Delhi blast the same time. Well, you probably learnt about them earlier because you operate in a newsroom. I learnt about them when everybody else here did because their phones probably beeped, and that's how they heard. And this is the state or the territory that I am responsible for.
Well.